What's up everyone, how you guys doing? And in today's video we will be talking about the latest Spiral Biz reset. I would like to say new. Unfortunately, it's been 7 days and I've only gotten around to this video, so unfortunately it's not the new reset. It's been out for like 7 days. That being said, in today's video we'll be talking about some of the flaws, the blessings, flaw 12 in particular, the blessings, the enemies, what are some tips and tricks, and also some gameplay footage from the live stream a few days ago. So yeah, let's just begin. Alrighty, so before we start with anything, let's talk about the current blessing. Plunging Boom is basically for plunge attacks. Get a shock wave that does true damage every 3 seconds when you plunge. And yeah, that's about it. This entire reset is catered towards plunging attacks because we all know that Veressa is coming out soon and she is a plunging attack character, and so is Shen Yun. Shen Yun not really a plunge attack character, but she enables plunge, a plunge playstyle, and then obviously ties to the second half where plunging attacks damage increases by 75%, and the first half is more towards Farina, who is the banner character as of now. Elemental skill hydro damage increased by 75%. So yeah, that's that for this Abyss reset. We'll talk about the enemies as we go on. That being said, this is the team that I use for anyone who's interested. Towards the end, I will show the game, the builds. This is the first team, Ayato Sunfire team, and then for the second half, we use alhaitham Quick Bloom team. So yeah, let's get into some of the video footage of the run that I did. All right, so for the first half of 12-1, we have 4 enemies, 3 waves. The first one is a Lone Breacher Primus, the Geo version. So this one, he is going to have higher Geo resistance. The main goal is to get him down as fast as possible, as always. Here I'm using my team to take down the Breacher Primus and to get ready for the second wave, which is I think the hardest. This is the 2 Lectors, the Electro and Pyro ones. Now with all Lectors, it's all the same. You kind of once they reach down to like 20% health, they will tend to they'll put on the shield and be immune to damage, and you have to like apply a lot of elements to get rid of the shield, right? I'll probably show on screen some of the ways to get rid of them. And of course, they each have their own mechanics. The Electro one will be able to steal your energy, whereas the Pyro one does summon like an Ominous Star, I think that's what it's called, and destroying it will take a chunk of his shield away. But yeah, it's really about trying to apply as much elements as possible, and yeah, just trying to get the dub as fast as you can. Now going on to the last one, which is the Pyro Wyop. Just with all Wyops, they do drain your energy after a while. There is like a split moment, as you've seen, where you are able to unleash your ults. So that's good for characters like Bennett and so forth. And of course, if you have characters that are more reliant on like their skill or their basic attacks, definitely nice to have as well. So in this case, I have Ayato, who obviously works very well. His attacks are skill based. That's why I can do a decent amount of damage. And going into the second half, we have 2 waves of enemies. The first one is the Aramite Ring Dancer, who summons a monster, and the Aramite Dancer does have increased resistance with the monster on. Destroying it pretty quickly will be able to reduce the resistance. They can go ham. And then we have the Jade Plume Terror Shroom. This has higher geo resistance, but as you can see, alhaitham still makes pretty easy work of it. And the thing is that when you apply dendro-related not abilities, but elements, they start to get like tired or start to fall to the ground, and it'll be easier to take them on. You see right over here, they take more damage, the resistance goes lower, you're able to like unleash a fury of damage. Do know that if you somehow bring pyro characters and apply burning on it, it will start to summon like the shroom monsters that will aid it in battle. That being said, it still shouldn't be a problem. And I think, yeah, as mentioned, if you bring electro characters in the second half, it will make very easy work of the of floor 3 in general. not floor 3, sorry, the second half in general. You see alhaitham makes quick work of this, and we are pretty good with a few seconds to spare. All right, so floor 12, chamber 2, first half. 3 enemies, 3 waves, 1 each. The first one that we start off is a Ruin Scout. So basically, do as much damage as you can, get rid of it as fast as possible, so that you can start off the next wave as soon as you can, right? Using my Ayato Sunfire team to deal a decent amount of damage, vaporizing as much as I can. And then we go into the second wave, which is 1 solitary rune grader. It's quite similar. Obviously, if you have a bold character, you can shoot it in the eye to stun it. I find that that's usually like never needed. So yeah, just going ham so that I can get to the last wave, which is the perpetual mechanical array. So yeah, plenty of attacks that he dishes out. Generally, I like to use my burst when he flies up in the sky so that he can iframe. So that I get invisibility and I can use my abilities. Once he reaches a certain health threshold, he will be going to this defensive mode where he summons like 4 cubes that transform into ruin sentinels, and then you're able to like defeat it, and then you can move on to the main body to finish it off. One thing that people usually do that I did not showcase is that you can actually force the highlighted ruin sentinel to teleport if you go near it, and you're able to then force it to teleport near the main body, so that once you finish off the sentinel that you need to take out, you can then move on to the main body and kill it off. So yeah, something for players to actually take note if they're struggling a little bit. Probably if I did that, I probably would have shaved out a bit of time. But that being said, I think it was still a pretty decent clear for the first half. All right, and then for the second one, which is the A Simon or A Simon, depending on how you want to pronounce it, very, very weak to Dendro and especially Electro. So this is where the Hyper Bloom, Quick Bloom team plays very well into it. That being said, it's basically his main mechanics is that he will just summon components that on the floor, you can destroy it, and then he will get out of stealth. And then you are able to go ham on him. At the same time, if you have electro attacks or even dendro attacks, you are able to then go in on him where he's invisible. Because invisible, he can still be seen if you have like Nahida's mark, for example, or any debuffs that show like the downward arrows. So you can actually go for him and then dish out damage, and then he'll eventually get out of that state as well. So yeah, as you can see right over here, I'm going for him, and then I'm just going to attack him as hard as I can, and he's out of his stealth, so there's no need to destroy it if you bring in the right team. All right, so for floor 12, chamber 3, first half, 4 enemies, once again 2-1-1 enemies per wave. So the first wave, we have 2 Eremites. Grouping can be helpful, especially for the female Eremite, because she moves around quite a bit. So it's pretty good. If you have freeze, actually they do stay in place, so which is very nice. Otherwise, positioning yourself to make the right attacks can also be helpful in hitting both your enemies. And then once that is done, the second half comes out the fluid avatar of lava. Basically, just do not use pyro on him, because pyro does really nothing. And you can see I'm just trying to get this down as fast as I can. He does have an attack that submerges himself that wastes a little bit of time, but if you can kill him before that, it'll be all good. And then lastly comes the Emperor of Fire and Iron, the Fire Crab. He has a pyro shield that you want to get rid as fast as possible. It's not as strong as the Lecter's shield, so it's going to be pretty nice to get it down. And then after like 20 seconds, if I believe, in the Abyss, he will start to barrel underground to actually regain his shield. And of course, the shield does give him higher resistances, so you do want to unleash your strongest attacks while he does not have it. As you see right here, Ayato hitting for 85k on a single hit is actually pretty crazy. So yeah, that was a pretty fast round. All right, so this is floor 12, the Source Automaton boss that some people do have trouble with because we do have Netland characters and are unable to scale the phlogiston pillars. There are actually other ways to get up to the top. In this case, for this team, I'm using alhaitham's E-teleport to get up there. Obviously, Kaching and your other variants like Lan Yuan can get up there as well. If you have characters with super mobility, like for example Wanderer, they can, or even Kazuha can be useful as well to get up. Zhongli's pillar as well. But at the same time, we also have a glitch that's possible. I did not use it because I have skill issues. I'll probably link a video on it in the description for you to check out. But that being said, bro has quite high resistance before he like breaks down. So you generally want to save your attacks for that moment as well. So yeah, this is just me going through with alhaitham. This one, not really the most optimal run, but considering that he saved my ass for the first 2 chambers, for the first 2 floors, I'm not going to be that mad about it. So yeah, as you can see right over here, when his phlogiston bar at the site gets full, that's where he starts to summon the pillar. He'll start to do like a teleport attack before that happens, and that's the signal that he's going to do it. So yeah. Yeah, you can see it should be soon. He'll start to like teleport or like move quickly. Anytime now. See that move. Once that move comes, it's going to summon it, and then you can teleport it up. And of course, you can jump around. Like I said, there's also a glitch where you can actually climb up with certain characters. I did not utilize it because I'm just scared that Hoyo will fix it. That's why I don't want to showcase I don't want to showcase something that will not stay in the game. But that being said, you know, once it's down, he takes a lot more damage. They just go ham at this moment. And once this is done, this is where, you know, we're just taking it easy and finishing the fight off. As long as Xingqiu or as long as Cookie doesn't die, we're good. Extra damage. Okay. Yo, all we just needed to do was to calm down at the pillars and not jump off like I did like 5 times today. Okay. Now that is the video. Holy shit. I'm recording this one for 1 hour. Oh. All right, and so that's done. You know, we take I'll let past me show you my characters builds. Most of them are same as what I've used before, although there are some changes with like Ayato's kit, for example. All right, let me just go through the teams. So right here we have Ayato for the first half. I did switch out his set. I was using the Heart of Death. For this one, I wanted to try the Gladiators Finale because I do have some good pieces on it. Yeah. I did keep the sense because I wanted more crit damage, so that was that. I did lower my talents to 199. C0 as always. Furina, as you all know, I have a C1 Furina on the Flu Sondra. These are her stats, and then artifacts. I think it's the same artifacts as before. If this is not the first time you have watched this showcase videos, yeah, Furina is basically my Robin. Yeah, from Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, unchanged, 110-10 as always. And then we have Bennett. It's the same Bennett build as the last time, I believe. Still C5, because I want to do something with Lynette again, this Abyss, on Favonius, 1-6-12. And of course the Noblesse, which is really nice. Jean did change though. So even though Jean is still using the Veridicent Venera, I did change to her being, well, it's not really full EM, but I did switch her parts with Kazua's. So there's that. I did stick with this because I do need the Favonius procs, and of course I still have Favonius sword. So that's about that for Jean. My Jean is C3, so kind of helped the C2 especially. And then when it comes to the second team, I guess it's the first time I'm actually using this team for a showcase. Nahida, C0, 55. Wait. Oh. I thought I was using Sacrificial Fragments. You know what? I switched my Sac Frags for Witsif, but it is what it is. Yeah. I actually didn't really realize that. Yeah, these are pieces. Double EM with crit damage. 6, 10, 9. And then Xingqiu will be, Xingqiu's pretty basic, 1, 12, 12. Yeah, on the on Sacrificial Sword, C5, R5, sorry. Emblem 7 Fate, pretty decent. I could probably have given him like my sets from like other characters, but I was too lazy to move things after a while. And the Cookie Shinobu is very, very standard. Just a lot of EM, some EM, Iron Sting, pretty basic stuff, right? On the Gilded Dreams, because I'm too lazy to farm the flop set, the Paradise Lost set. And the last one, alhaitham, 186, 190, 122 ER on Jade Cutter. So I think that's the only 5-star weapon I have on this team. Cracked as Dendro Goblet, of course on Gilded as well. So yeah, it's just a pretty dope alhaitham. 9, 10, 8. So yeah, that's about it. Okay, and once again, thank you for watching this video. Really appreciate it. As I mentioned, sorry a little bit late. I was very tired over the week, and so I slept in most days. I wasn't able to like record or like edit the videos, but I appreciate you coming by. I think just a nice showcase of like, you don't need island characters, but of course, you know, if you want to put them, go ahead. That being said, all that footage was live on Twitch, which you can check in the description in the link down below. And of course, if you like this video, thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next video. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, be good to yourselves and the people around you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.